Glad to have you back on the Hallowed Chambers on TVC News. And joining me now on the program is Ojotu Ojema, a member representing Apa Agatu Federal Constituency of Benue State. Welcome to the Hallowed Chambers.
Thank you so very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Let's begin with the state of the nation. What is your current assessment about the situation on ground?
Generally speaking, I want to say that Nigerians are very hardworking people. We are blessed with abundant resources. Nigeria as a country, we are blessed with vast land that you don't need to do so much for you to get a very bountiful harvest. Nigeria as a country, we have oil. Nigeria as a country, we are blessed with human resources, particularly people of Apa Agatu. We are very hardworking people. What we need from government are just very basic amenities, such as security, and of course road, and talk about electricity and all of that. You know, but I will want to dwell more on the issue of security. You know, you agree with me that one of the primary purposes of government is to protect life and property of the people. The people decided to surrender their power to government. They say we don't need to carry gun, we don't need to carry cutlass, everybody should not defend himself. We have submitted our right to government and should become the responsibility of government to protect everybody.
Well, on the floor of the Green Chamber, we have seen motions being moved in this regard, but no sustainable solution has, been projected to even see an effective result. Why is this so, and what can be done?
Well, I will tell you that we are lawmakers, and the highest thing we can do is to make law. The highest thing we can do is to move motion, and then, of course, and then we will refer the motion to the appropriate quarter. You know that the job of lawmakers is to make law. Why the job of executive is to execute the law. Executive have security agency under them. There's no lawmaker that will go and direct the commissioner of police to go and take action that the commissioner of police will listen to you. There's no lawmaker that will go and tell a soldier that will go to this place and they will listen to you. The only arm of government that have the responsibility to direct security apparatus to do the needful is the executive. And the executive is being, the driver of the executive is the president. At the state level, we have the governor. And I can also say that the governor, we have a local government chairman. At the local government, they have the executive power. So what we usually do is that when we make these laws, and we make this motion, we refer it to the appropriate ministry.
You are one of the new members in the Green Chamber. I believe this is your first time in the House of Representatives. So how has your experience been so far? What has it been like for you in the Green Chamber?
To the best of my knowledge, we are putting in our best. We have a speaker in the House that is very passionate about the system. He is a man that is committed to tax. And for those of us who are 280 members that are in the House, we have full and absolute confidence in him. Severally, we have passed vote of confidence in his leadership. There is nobody that can do that job he's doing better than how he's doing it. He's very honest, he's sincere, he's deterministic. He's not somebody who want to... He himself, before he became Speaker, had a record of being able to have the highest bid in the House. He's passionate about it. He look at the law, the system, the business of lawmaking as a calling.
You are the chairman of the Committee on Inland Waterways, and in recent times we have seen so many cases of boat mishap. How is the Parliament coming in to, mitigate this challenge?
Before I assumed this office as the chairman House Committee on Inland Waterways, one of the recurrent news was issue of boat mishap. It was almost like on a monthly basis. But when we came on board, especially with the leadership of the present MD on NWA, Oyamiji, we've been able to pull heads together, and with our support, and of course we also we have gone very far, about 95% in passing the NWA Act. The whole thing about this boat mishap, most of the time happen far away, maybe in some interior villages. And the kind of people that applied ferry they use, and the kind of driver, and most of the time in the night. And so no matter how NWA want to really live up to their responsibility, they cannot be everywhere at the same time.
So should we be talking about sensitization, of the general public?
Sure. In fact, as I speak, I'm just coming from a function, a stakeholder meeting organized by NWA. And in this stakeholder meeting, they invited all the commissioners from all the states, commissioner of transport in all the states, they were there, the service chiefs, and all the stakeholders in the industry. And what we are trying to say is that all hands must be on deck. We must all wake up to this responsibility. This task is not a task that only NWA can perform. And there was a communique that was issued, and we unanimously agreed that there's every need for all of us to play our part. If you are from the Lagos State, yes, the Supreme Court judgment have given the right to control the waterways everywhere in Nigeria to NWA. But the government is one. The goal is one. The people we are serving the people of Nigerians. So there's every need for us to work hand in hand. There's every need for us to collaborate. Even though NWA have that control, NWA cannot do it alone. Just like they can tell you that this is federal government road. If the federal government controls the road, it's expected that those who enjoy the road should have the responsibility of maintaining the road. Because the business of saving life is the business that government should take very serious. So if all hands, all the state government, the federal government can now go into water transport by investing into it, by ensuring that they look at it as a means of also making money, I think it will go a long way to address some of this issue of unnecessary boat mishap that we've been having.
You spoke about the NWA Act Amendment Bill. Tell us more about this bill, and how is this going to, make a difference in terms of intervention in these cases of boat mishaps and, regulations and all of that?
NWA sometimes they are handicapped in terms of prosecution. There are some people that will commit, break some of these rules and regulation. There's limit they can go. But we are doing the act in such a way that the NWA will have absolute power to prosecute anybody to any level when you are found guilty, So that is the major aspect of it. And of course, with the new Supreme Court judgment, we also ensure that we strengthen NWA so that NWA should have that absolute power to do the needful within the waterways environment.
We saw recently in the House of Representatives through a motion calling on the federal government to reverse the hiking pump price, but that is yet to take effect, and the people are beginning to lose trust in governance. So how is the House coming in to strengthen its core?
Yeah, before I will go into that, let me also quickly inform you that 3 days ago in the House sat and mandated Committee on Inland Waterways. There was a resolution of the House that we should sit with the NWA and all the relevant agencies, the economy, to ensure that, in fact, we should urge them to take the full responsibility of purchasing more ferries, so that will go a long way to address the issue I raised earlier. So that is the position of the House. The House passed a resolution that is a need for the price of fuel something has to be done about it. And that is the position of the House. And if you ask me, I will say that is my position, because I am part of the House. And that is exactly how we feel. We are also feeling exactly, we are directly involved. We are the people. The people talk to us directly. And we are also feeling it.
Well, how would you advise the government, to implement its reforms without, a lot of citizens feeling this harsh impact they already feel. What would be your advice to the government?
We Nigerians, we are very special people, and we have a way of passing through so many situations and surviving, you know. So and one good thing about this life is that it's just a matter of, it's difficult, but no matter how difficult it is, it's just a matter of time. And people say that when somebody tell you something that is a lie, and say maybe tomorrow I'm going to buy a car for you, or say next year, and people say that day usually will break very fast. Before you know, you just discover that day that he told you he was going to buy a car, it's already here. So if you don't buy the car, you just know that the person is not able to buy it. So the government is saying that they should be very patient, that what they are doing is a major to find a lasting solution to economic issue or challenges. And Nigeria already, by nature, we know how to be very patient, and we have been, you know. So I want to believe that there's a limit. Patient can actually be also, one person can be tested. So I want to believe very strongly that actually I have this belief, and I don't know what actually, I can't tell, but the way and manner the present president campaign and assume office, and the few times I listen to him, somebody will have every reason to believe that the man will not want to fail deliberately. The man will not want to do something to say, I am just doing this so that the people will be disappointed with me. Because several have listened to him, he said that he has traveled a long way to get to this. So he's simply prepared.
Let's come back to insecurity, which is a major challenge across the country and also in your constituency, like you rightly mentioned. What would you say will bring a lasting solution to this challenge?
We have the capacity to actually, if we can show seriousness, commitment, and patriotism, especially those of us that have responsibility to ensure that there's security and there's protection of life and property. If we are committed to it, I want to believe that Nigeria government, Nigeria Army, Nigeria Police, Nigeria Navy, Nigeria Air Force have what it takes to nip this issue of insecurity on the board. But I can see that sometimes we have gotten to a point that we don't have people who are patriotic. People are interested in where they are coming from. We are living in a country that if it happens to somebody and the person is not from your area, you are not bothered. Until when you begin to feel it directly, then you now know that a human being is affected. If you begin to look at this country and begin to love the country and begin to see that we are one, we are all Nigerians. An injury to one Nigeria is an injury to all. And there's a belief that anytime the right of one person is being abused, the right of all of us diminished.
And do you think the implementation of local government autonomy is the answer to this problem?
Of course, I want to believe that if a local government begin to assess their fund, and they will, of course, because that is, whoever that is the chairman of a local government belongs to that community. And then the people who voted for him will also want to see that he live up to that responsibility. So if the resources is there, I think he will be able to mobilize the security agency at that level to confront the situation.
It's been 1 year since your people elected you to represent them in the Green Chamber. Let's talk about how your representation has been. What bills, what motions have you introduced to the House to ensure that, you know, your people feel the impact of your representation?
Well, let me start by saying that I want to use this opportunity to thank the people of my constituency, Apagatu. In the history of democracy, this present republic, 1999 to date, I happen to be the less criticized House of Representatives since the history of democracy, to the best of my knowledge. I am so loved by the people, and I feel it. Today I was in a function, and I saw that people were praising me on Facebook, and I feel like crying. And I wish I could do so much for them. In fact, I feel like leaving that place and begin to look for what to do for them. My people are people that appreciate little things you do for them. And as I'm talking, I'm very emotional about it. It's on record. As I sit with you here now, I've been able to do 2 asphalt roads in Apagatu. One is to Ogule, another one is to Foke. As I speak with you now, I've been able to do Latrat Road to Udugbeho. There's a hill that the people find it very difficult to pass. The hill has been leveled. I did similar thing in Ikobi, in a local government. As I speak with you now, I've been able to distribute keke nape and pumping machine. As I speak with you now, I've been able to distribute sewing machine to all the secondary school. I mean, all the head girls and head boys of all the secondary school in Apagatu. And I presented this item to them in assembly. And the message is to tell them that at this point, now that they are young, they should learn how to diversify. The way the country is going, you cannot just be telling yourself, I want to graduate and get a job. And then, so I want them to inculcate that spirit of, handwork into them in good time. And of course, as I speak with you, I have already, in a short while from now, I will be giving scholarship to over 600 persons in higher institution. They have put the committee in place already. The committee, they are 95% completed with their this. The form is out. And I will be giving each of them 50,000 naira, a way of starting. And again, all the students that are taking first, second, and third position in all the secondary school in my constituency and paying their school fees. The reason is that I want to put that sense of competition so that other people will also put in their best with the mind that when they take first, second, and third, their school fees will be paid. It's a way of trying to consciously, work on them, to come back to seriously and take education very serious. And as I speak with you, I have sunk over 8 boreholes in Apagatu, and the people are very happy. As I'm sitting down with you, I'm installing 450 poles. Solar pole is ongoing, and the people are very much happy with this development. And many, many, many more things are also in the pipeline.
And lastly, the members of the House of Representatives agreed to donate 50% of their salaries to ease the suffering, just their own little contributions to ease the suffering of Nigerians. Has that taken effect yet?
We took that decision. Like I already tell you, we are the one who took the decision that our salary should be cut, but we are not the one to cut the salary. I'm just hearing from you that the salary have not been. Because the way I run my account, most of the time, the alert you get sometimes are not the same. For instance, my salary is what I get monthly is around 600 and something. Once I see the alert, I will usually do whatever that I do. So sometimes you don't even know when it comes, and then you begin. So I want to believe very strongly that deduction commence because I think there's a drop in my salary recently, but I think I need to confirm it. I'm a pastor too, and I wouldn't want to make any statement that I'm not very sure of.
Well, thank you so much for your time with us on the program today.
It's my pleasure. Nice having you.
That is all we have time to take on the program this week. You can see this episode again on TVC News YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Also, watch a repeat broadcast on Sunday at 7 a.m. You can follow me on X. My handle is at Tijesu Adeoye TVC. Thank you for watching. I am Tijesu Adeoye. See you next time.